beautiful souls. I hope y'all are doing well. My name is Maya and I am your spiritual coach, mental health coach, psychic medium and medical medium. Okay, so the messages that come through to me that I post, if you resonate with them, if you're called to it, if you're drawn to it, it is from your spirit team, your higher self, your ancestors, the Most High, that is guiding you to whatever the message is that come through to me, to you. Okay, I'm getting you're someone who's been praying or working on your patience, and I'm also getting your solar plexus, guys. So your solar plexus is opening up, and when a chakra has been blocked and it's opening up, it will feel painful. Ascension symptoms is not painless. You know, there is no birth without pain. Sometimes the transformation is painful. And if you're having like mid-spine, like pains in your, I don't know where the solar plexus is, you know, just under the ribs, if you're having pains there, your solar plexus is opening up. And I'm also getting you're someone who's been praying for patience, and I heard be careful what you wish for, but at the same time it's just be aware that when you pray for something, you don't know what form this thing that you've prayed for is going to come in. So for example, praying for patience, you're going to be put in a place where you're going to have to practice patience, things that are going to test your patience, where you're going to have to practice being patient. And until you've, you know, picked up the skill of patience or the habit of patience, obtaining patience, the test is always going to be coming in until you've realized, wow, this doesn't affect me anymore. I've ascended from this. I have transgressed. It doesn't affect me like it used to. You know you've grown when it doesn't affect you the same way. Okay. Okay. I'm getting you're going through a huge ascension right now. So I'm going to use Margie the High Priestess Chosen One's Oracle deck. And I'm also going to use Pure Magic Oracle. Okay. I did not plan what decks I was going to use, but clearly you're someone who is in communication with your ancestors. You're probably a medium, or you're just someone whose ancestors and angels are always surrounding. Yeah, you're meant to be an inventor. You're going to invent something. There's something creative that you're being guided to work on, something artistic, something creative, probably painting or drawing or design or jewelry, something that you're going to make with your hands. Oh, I'm also getting oracle decks. Interesting. So I'm guided to use spirit world messages, assistance, memories. So I feel like you're probably like you're remembering certain things that's happened in the past. There's messages in those memories for you is what I'm hearing. So I'm going to use the Pure Magic Oracle deck, Margie the High Priestess's 144 Chosen Ones deck, and I'm also being guided to I'm going to use a few decks today. I'm being guided to also use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So a lot of Oracle decks, as you can see. So these are messages for you. You're being guided to focus on your ascension, your healing, your purpose, your life, and not the energies surrounding you. Oh wow, a lot of decks. I'm just going to use them all for It says here universal light. Yeah, you're really connected to the star system. I'm also getting ancient Egypt. I'm getting you're an old soul. I'm getting you was probably a pharaoh or something in ancient Egypt, and you need to start working with lapis lazuli. I'm getting that you're a philosopher. You are a philosopher. So work with blue crystals, throat chakra. Definitely angels are aliens, basically. It's just back in those days they use different terms, different languages. You know, the language has changed over time. BC, before Christ's time, there was a different language. Every time there was a new age, there was a new language. What we identify as these beings today is different to what I'm getting. Like, we're still holding on to the old language, whereas language has changed over time. But angels are in fact messengers of the Most High, guardians of the galaxy, messengers to earth angels. We are aliens, we are star seeds, we come from the solar system. Our soul is eternal. Some are just new, and there's always going to be new star seeds as well, but it all comes because the solar system's always expanding, if you know this. So I communicate with aliens, with different star seeds, different beings, and the angels are aliens, basically. Light language. I'm getting light language. You have a different light language. You are getting some psychic attacks, but you're I'm getting psychic powers. You're clairvoyant, so you communicate, you get downloads. You probably didn't trust your downloads before. Your dreams are very prophetic. Maybe you don't write them down or understand them or don't remember them, but you need to stop underestimating your dreams. Even if they don't make sense, they'll probably not make sense straight away, but write them. Don't underestimate them. I feel like you think they're bizarre. You think they're bizarre. Write them down. Have a whole dream journal and write them anyways. No matter how silly or weird they come across, write them down, because you are getting communications in your dreams. I'm getting meditate as well, and grounding will help you make sense of the dreams that you're receiving and the downloads and messages and communication. I'm getting you receive like communication through different frequencies, sometimes in your mind as thoughts, sometimes it takes you a while to decode them, but you receive them different ways. Because of your gifts, there's going to be people that are going to want to be around you because of their own gain. They see you as a money tree, if that makes sense. I'm also seeing you're going to be meeting your soul tribe with the relationships, number 3, 12. But there are some people that are going to see you as a money tree, like cha-ching. They see money around you when they see you, even though you don't feel like you're you're rich yet, they can see you're going to be rich. So be discerning. You need to start doing yoga because it helps you not only release energy, but it also helps you, I don't know, channel better is what I'm getting. It will help you. I'm speaking to a channeler. You get divine wisdom through dreams, through your imaginations, through daydreaming, through your even writing. When you're writing down, it just flows through you clairvoyantly, and you're probably struggling of making sense of it. I feel like emphasizing writing these things down, that's what's going to help you clarify it. You're also someone who's been working on forgiving. When it comes to your heart chakra, the most important thing is to be very honest with yourself. Don't say what you want to happen by lying to yourself and say, I've forgiven. So for example, you want to forgive your ex or a parent or whatever, someone who's wronged you. You want to forgive them because you know that is, something that is better for you, and you know the benefits of forgiveness. So you want to forgive, but it's difficult for you to forgive, maybe subconsciously, maybe consciously, but you want to forgive, but you're not there yet. So you may be someone who is lying to yourself and saying, I've forgiven that person, I've already forgiven them, like it's done, I've forgiven you, but you really haven't. I think it's either hard for you or you're avoiding it to do the work. Maybe it's pain that you're trying to avoid, like going back in your memory. I feel like there's something stuck in your memory when it comes to forgiving the past. So I done a reading earlier with somebody. I think she's probably watching this as well, because I advised her to subscribe to this channel as a spiritual awakening coach. Sometimes I tell my clients, follow my YouTube, because you're definitely going to get a lot more guidance. If you feel like you need a personal, feel free to always book a reading, but this is free. This is free, but you do need to also be receptive, be reciprocal, and like my videos, and show some love back, because I'm not here to just give. I'm also human. So either way, what's meant to be will be. But I was saying to her how I was talking her through how she can heal her heartbreak with her ex-husband, the father of her children. And I think you will benefit from hearing this too. So imagine yourself before the incident, before the marriage, who you was, before that heartbreak, before that disappointment. You were someone who loved romance, loved love, who had a beautiful dream of an amazing partner, a beautiful home life, a beautiful marriage, the kids, the white picket fence, is that what you call it? That dream life. And then that dream to be completely shattered by your partner, completely, like you were up there dreaming, and then they not only put you down, they stomped on that dream of yours, and that probably caused a blockage in your throat and your heart chakra. A lot of things, even the womb, especially when you're intimate with someone who is slowly draining you, and mentally, probably even physically causing you pain. emotionally as well, like, you know, coming out something like that, you put on a brave face for your children. You know, you want to be brave for yourself, you want to be strong for yourself, and you overcome it, but you haven't truly healed it. So sometimes you have to go back in your mind to those memories, and as your now self speaking to your past self, if that makes sense, like your inner child before you got married, and then during that, literally like acknowledging her or his pain, sadness. Talk to yourself like you've not had anyone talk to you that way when you was dealing with what you was dealing, you know, and come out the other side of that door as a completely healed person. Like, you probably don't realize there is some weight there. There is some weight there about those memories. Don't lie to yourself, because you're only going to delay the true forgiveness, the true healing that needs to take place. And you got to be honest with yourself if you truly want to overcome that. See, inner child wound healing, playful energy. You're someone who's very playful, and I'm getting, you get communications from higher beings, but you're also somebody who's very telepathic. This is going to heighten when your throat chakra opens. When your throat chakra opens, baby, the way you pick up on people's thoughts, the way you pick up on people's energies, and the way you even emanate, the way you even affect people's emotions, you will start to realize your energy, your words, your thoughts actually affects people around you. They pick up on it. You invade people's minds. We all do, but you're very powerful. I'm getting like alpha male, alpha female. You know, when the alpha is around other women, alpha woman, when she's around other women, she affects their hormonal cycle, their period cycle, so they adjust to hers. Their cycles will start to change to hers. And then the alpha male also, he affects the men's inner rhythms, like hormonal emotions, thoughts and stuff like that. So you're an alpha female, you're very psychic, you're very inspirational. I was also getting with spiritual awakening, you're also going to help people spiritually become more inclined, more aware of spirit realm, the spiritual realm, spiritual knowledge. I feel like you share this knowledge in a very enthusiastic, charismatic way. You're very nurturing. People are very drawn to your energy and your healing energy and your kindness. You have like a silent confidence about you, and you have like an inner child. This is your life purpose that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. How you've overcome struggles, how you've regained and taken back your personal power that you've given away when you were vulnerable, when you were younger. I'm getting, you need to ground yourself. You need to make grounding a more you need to incorporate grounding practices in your life. whatever way feels best for you. Everybody has different ways. You don't have to pick up on someone else's ways. What works for someone else may not work for the other person, so find out what works for you. There's people that give so many tips and advice, including myself. I give so many tips and advice, but the main advice that I give is experiment different ways. If you feel like you don't know what it is yet, try different things until you find something that works for you. You know, yes, grounding with nature is amazing, is beautiful. If you're someone who can't stand sitting in one place, maybe put your headphones on, get some music or a book and pen or a game, or, you know, I don't know, you can include something. I'm getting like mix and match. Try different things that work for you. Let me just get incense. I'm getting when people meet you, you leave them, I don't know, you ignite something in them. It's like you're not like anyone they've ever met before. You always give that feeling of, I've never met anyone like him or her. Anyone who's met you for the first time feels that way, and people who have been around you kind of get addicted to your energy, is what I'm getting. So that's very beautiful. I'm also getting like, I'm getting your chakras. If you're someone who's been trying to like unblock or balance their chakras when you first started your spiritual awakening, I'm getting, this is something you're going to have to cleanse for life. It's not just, I've started a spiritual journey, so let me work on my chakras. As long as you're alive, there's always going to be pollution, let me just call it, energies that can clog or block your chakras. So always cleanse it. It's like cleansing your energy. You're always cleansing your energy, so why not always cleanse or unblock your chakras? Let me just do something. I don't know if you're a dancer, but I'm getting like, I'm seeing like shamans dancing around a bonfire, or ancestors, you know, like I can see like African dancing, or I'm seeing like dancing around bonfire, and just that's another way of channeling and communicating with ancestors, is what I'm getting. So you're probably someone who dances a lot. The angels around you, you have angels around you, aliens around you who are always protecting you. Angels are the guardians of the galaxy. There are different angels, aliens, who have different light codes, who have different jobs, different roles, working with certain, like, different people. I'm seeing that you have worked with them in previous lives as well, and they know you. You're very old soul, Lemurian blood, goddess energy. You were born to be a legend and sage your space. So yeah, I'm saging my space right now. So yeah, you cleanse your energy because you are like a light to moth, is what I'm seeing. That's why you're being protected 24/7. You're a star who's meant to shine, who's meant to be in the public eye, you're just someone whose sole purpose is to inspire, to ignite inspiration and love to the earth. You're meant to raise the frequency of people. You are one of God's messengers who has loads of divine purposes, but ultimately being yourself is inspirational, so you allow others to want to be themselves too. divine protection and intervention, always. I feel like in your younger years, you didn't realize why you was in darkness, is what I'm seeing. You was in a lot of darkness. And I'm seeing people around you when you were growing up knew that you were different. I'm also seeing, so you're being guided to work with crystals. So you're a light worker who's supposed to be waking up people, inspiring people. Again, your dreams is another way where you travel to different dimensions, communicating with different entities. Dreams are coming true. So you were a dreamer growing up too, and you've definitely had people that were who saw your soul, is what I'm seeing. They recognize something different about you, even though like I'm hearing Once Upon a Time. There's a series called Once Upon a Time where everyone was under a spell. They didn't realize who they were. They didn't know they were in spiritual amnesia. Even though they didn't know they were in spiritual amnesia, they were characters from fairy tales and from the books. I want to start watching that again. Oh my god. Anyways, they didn't know they were in spiritual amnesia. However, even though they had different names on Earth where they were, basically, even though they had different roles and they didn't know who they truly were, it was the same characters from different fairy tales like Snow White, for just loads of different. This series is so freaking creative and beautiful. I fucking love it. But it was different fairy tales, but all in this new series called Once Upon a Time, and they were all having spiritual amnesia because a witch done a spell on them. And including her, I think, or she did know who she was or something. Either way, she was the mayor of this city, this village where everyone is living. And these characters who all lost their memory, who were living again in another lifetime together, were behaving the same way towards each other again without realizing who they were, who the other person was. They were just repeating the cycle of how they were towards each other in another lifetime, basically. Like enemies and the main characters and their enemies and everything. It was just replaying, but in different. If you've watched this, you know what I'm trying to say. If you haven't, it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you, especially if you're at the early stages. There are messages in movies and series, so don't underestimate them. Did you see that light? I don't know, I saw something. Third eye is awakening, so you're definitely like connecting to your pineal gland, your spiritual eyes, your inner mind, your inner eye, your inner sight, your perception. You're seeing things for what they really are. I feel like the veil is like lifted and you're able to see things for what it is, even if you don't really understand it straight away. You know that isn't what it's portraying to be, or he or she isn't who they're portraying to be. Or when something is a lie, your imagination, you see things before it happens. You're an empath, you're very sensitive, and you are born to shine. Like I said before, Shaman, you're a shaman that is reborn, and your family knew, your family saw you as a threat. Okay, you're an important, when I say important, I mean you're a specific starseed who is a protector, like a warrior. You're meant to wake people up or help people release shackles, mental slavery, mental imprisonment that other people, such as family members, enemies, are putting on them. You're meant to wake people up. You're God's ambassador. That's what I'm trying to say. When I say starseed, an important starseed, you're a chosen one. You're God. You're the guardian of the galaxy. You're one of the guardians of the galaxy. Not only are you a miracle, but when it's on its way to you, definitely dream messages. Again, don't underestimate your dreams. And I'm also getting things are going to start looking different in your family because of the new path that you're setting for your generation, your past generation and the new generations to come as well. It's not going to be that repeated cycle that you've been in for lifetimes, is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of people who's watching you, but I'm getting there's a specific person that is watching you that wants to bring you an offer. And this is someone who is being guided by the Most High, is what I'm seeing. Someone who's seeing you as very hardworking, who wants to help you. Someone's being sent to help you. Someone wants to help and protect you and love you. They want to be your protector and lover. They're also seeing you as very magnetic. Change your perspective. It is needed. Maybe this person is someone that you don't have a positive image of them. Okay, now I'm being guided to use the Oracle, Love Oracle. You may be seeing or hearing crows a lot. Maybe you feel like this person is deceitful, or this person was deceitful in the past. I'm also hearing, make sure you work with crystals. Will bring clarity to you and cleanse your energy as well. Like with lapis lazuli. Something to do with the pyramids as well. This is lapis lazuli in the shape of a pyramid. Yeah, you were a pharaoh or a high priestess. Pure intent, sacred doors, timing, experience. Yeah, I feel like earlier, before I started this reading, I was hearing everything happens at a certain time, like a start date, an expiration date and stuff like that. And it's like that with your life as well. There's different stages and cycles. In psychology, I think, what do they call it in psychology again? Plateau. I don't know. There's like life-changing moments, like when you move, the very first time you go into, when you get married, when you move homes or country, life-changing events. And I'm getting this, there's a cycle closing and then a new cycle that's going to start a new chapter in your life. And it's always meant to be at that time, even though you wanted this to happen a long time ago, even though you was trying to make it happen yourself, but it was meant to happen at that time. I'm hearing like destiny. I'm hearing divine timing. Like it was meant to be at a certain time. Maybe you was trying to make it happen sooner. That's something that you had to learn and accept. So I'm getting you need to meditate, or you started meditating. That's what's been helping your third eye. Agent of change. You are, again, you're an agent of change. Impact, importance. You impact people's lives. You change people's lives. Like I said, when people meet you, they're like, I've never met anyone like him or her. Oh, what's this? The snake is the animal most associated with Earth's wisdom. Many ancient traditions believe that snakes could transmit Earth's secrets. Again, I feel like this is connected to the lapis lazuli as well. Ancient Egyptians had snakes on their forehead, and it's the symbolism of snakes is wisdom and knowledge. You're connected to snakes. You're probably seeing snakes in images as well. Snakes is a symbolic for transformation and wisdom and rebirth, and also smart, like, if you know what I mean. Knowledge to people, they choose so the spirit animal of the snake is around you and sending you guidance, is what I'm getting as well, about magic lessons. Snakes can assist you with all matters regarding health, fertility, knowledge, and wealth. So you may be into those subjects. Snakes can also be approached as a research tool and resource whenever you need to learn something. They are the animal equivalent of a white candle. If you don't know which animal to address, you can always approach the snake. Snakes have an independent presence. Ultimately, their loyalty is to Earth, not to humans. They work with who they want to work with. A snake is never tame, even though it may live among us. They rarely volunteer their wisdom, unlike ravens, which on occasion demonstrate a protective and parental attitude towards humans. If you need information from snakes, assume that you will have to initiate contact. Shed snake skins, like crow feathers, are believed to be powerful and precious magical implements. The catch is that they must be given freely. If you find one, consider it a gift, even an acknowledgement that you've mastered a level of magical knowledge and skills. That's amazing. Wow, I have so much respect. So number 14. Okay, so number 14 is sylphs. While often mistaken for traditional fairies, you have like a fairy energy, don't you? You probably used to imagine talking to fairy. Oh my god. You probably used to. Oh my god, she is a fairy. I didn't even notice. She has wings like fairies. You used to watch shows that had fairies in it. Magical power. Da-na-na-na. We are the wings, we are the wings. Come join the club. We are the wings. Okay. That's something I used to watch as a child. I used to be very connected to fairies, and I used to speak to them, and I used to speak to the trees. So you're a very magical person who used to speak to nature spirits, and they love you and adore you. So it says here, mistaken for traditional fairies, sylphs are older, wiser counterpart of fairy family, much larger in size than the fairy. Sylphs also take on a similar appearance to humans and have large wings. Rarer to encounter than gnomes or other magical elements, sylphs are said to hold incredible spiritual intelligence that allows them to shift energy at will. They also have the ability to shape weather patterns on Earth. Do you know what I'm hearing right now? This is so unfortunate, but I'm hearing these subjects such as fairies and gnomes and spirits and yada yada yada. They're told as myths, like it's not real. And then what happens? We end up disregarding it and not believing it. And those who don't believe it don't experience the magic that there is to life. And you don't see what you don't believe. Believing is the ingredient for seeing and witnessing and perceiving. But some people's perception is blocked off because they don't believe. And you know, ascended masters such as Yeshua, Jesus, and other prophets, before he healed people, he would ask, do you believe that the Most High is going to heal you? First you have to believe. You can block off blessings and miracles by not believing, and you can attract miracles. That's how placebo effects work. Belief. That's how things come into existence. Belief. Pure wisdom. Sylphs move freely throughout the earth, enjoying the space of wide. You know, there are people who live in places like Ireland, places like out fields or in the woods or in the forest and stuff like that, who have witnessed magic in the woods, in the forests, in certain places like North America, who live amongst animals. I'm also hearing these beings hid because they were hunted and used and studied on. You know, I'm also hearing, okay, I don't know if I should put it in this reading, in this video or another video, but I'm going to share this. There were certain creatures that lived on Earth before certain star seeds, certain people known as the Greys or whatever, came onto Earth, and now certain beings are distinct and some went into hiding. Some people even hide their gifts because they don't want to be taken and studied on, or just their magic or gifts being sucked out of them, being kidnapped and stuff like that. Also hearing or remembering in Islam, they're in Islam. Go Google this if you have an origin of like Islam religion or Arab, like if you're whatever background that you have, if you're interested in this subject, go study this. I just saw 444 right now. In Islam, it is something that is known that there were other creatures called bin kind, bin, bin kind, that used to live on Earth, that wreaked havoc and, you know, destroyed certain things like nature and other creatures or whatever, and jinns and stuff like that, before humans or before mankind. We weren't the origins of this earth. Mankind wasn't the origins of this earth, this planet, if that makes sense. And there's been a lot that's happened. There's been a lot that's happened on Earth throughout this whole evolving and stuff. Yeah. I'm just getting a reference to The Devil's Son. It's a series on Netflix. I'm getting a reference to that where I don't know what series it is. I'm getting them versus us, the war between mankind and other beings. Like, some hate mankind and some know that there are some good mankind living. Like, not all are the same, not all are bad. And it's the same in the spirit realm. Not all have hate towards humans. It's like jinns. Some jinns, Islam talks about this too. Some jinns hate mankind, and some jinns say, oh, they're weak, we're stronger, we're powerful, and they abuse them, or they just mess with humans. Some jinns mess with humans because they see us as inferior, and for whatever reason, for whatever other reason, but they see us as inferior to them. Some, not all, some that are very angry and dark. Look at that. Humanity, friendship, hard work, little vision. Let me read what that is, because I'm talking about humanity, humankind. Gnomes are said to be governors of earth, magical creatures made famous through literature about legends and fairy tales. These gnomes are not of the garden statue variety, but rather are almost hobbit-like. Have you been guided to watch Lord of the Rings? I've been guided to watch Lord of the Rings, that inhabit the boroughs of nature. While it's true they are playfully mischievous and bashful spirits, they are not to be laughed at. I'm getting you're being guided to camp, to go camping, seen by those gifted with the sight, spiritual sight, spiritual eyes. I don't know, these invisible spirits can shift their appearance to match their surroundings, evading. You have to be very quiet and peaceful in mind and able to calm your nerves so you can shift into different frequencies and see things. Meditate, meditate, meditate. I'm also getting the smoke, the incense stick is a bit thick. I need to open the window. The oxygen. Anyways, what am I saying? Yes, a lot of the ascended masters, the prophets before us, talked about people being deaf and blind, unable to see and hear spirit. And that is what's going on right now. People have been gaslit. Like, oh, you think you believe in this? What is gaslighting? Gaslighting is making you question your own beliefs, making you question and doubt your own intuition, you know, making you feel crazy for believing a certain thing or doing something a certain way, like being criticized and judged and shamed to the point where you start to question your own sanity. We have been gaslit to the point where we spiritually became blind, spiritually became deaf. But not all. I'm also getting, I don't know her name, that girl from Harry Potter, Layla. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but yeah, it says here, seen by those gifted with the sight, these invisible spirits can shift their appearance to match their surroundings, evading capture by those foolish enough to attempt to do so. But gnomes uncloak their camouflage and extend their hands to yours. When they appear, it is usually a sign that things are gone awry and work needs to be done in order to set wrongs to right once more. What have I been saying? Gnomes urge you to reclaim your advocacy for the natural world and bring duty back to healing damaged lands and forests. You know, these spiritual beings centuries ago, probably even BCs ago, used to live amongst themselves and then mankind, and then a lot has happened. If you're not an old soul, you don't have these memories or you don't have this knowledge, but it's knowledge that's been hidden. Things are changing right now. I don't know what else to say, but I'm also getting Sufi. Yeah, earlier, at almost like the beginning of this reading, I was talking about seeing shamans dancing around a bonfire and stuff like that. Sufis do that too. Sufis using drums and calling in the spirits, the nature spirits and stuff like that. You need to spend time in nature is what I'm hearing. Being in a city, I cannot wait to move out of this city. I live in a very, very busy city, the capital of England, London. Yeah, and I've always wanted to move to a quieter place. I've always wanted to move to the countryside. A while ago, I was meditating in the park and I was just observing people. Even in the summer, I was observing people and I was getting downloads from Leonardo da Vinci, and he was saying how times are so different now compared to back then, where, you know, these people that were the English words, those people that paved the way to like all of these studies that have been improved. It was because of these people who studied, who admired the plants, the nature, the way that plants look and function, and humans. It was through observation and channeling and connecting with nature that we improved and studied and researched further. That's how life has been expanding, and inventives, you know, like emulating, copying nature and making something out of something. Airplanes based on birds, and certain healing things based on slugs or insects. You know, the way that ant community is, and building empires and doing certain things by learning from nature. But we've disconnected so far from nature that there are no new inventors now, because we're all depending on the inventions that exist today. Like, I feel like if you are an inventor watching me right now, you need to move out of the city and go into nature. Move to a quieter place. There's too much distraction and energies energies, electronics and stuff like that, that's clogging your mind, is what I'm getting. Okay, it's hard for you to like hear spirit when there's so many like noises and different frequencies and electronics and devices and all that. Maybe you need to do an electronic detox as well. Connect to Earth, Mother Gaia. Did I use this deck? Look at that. It says retreat and recharge. Go into Hermit. I don't know if I used that deck, but I'm going to use this right now. I always come on here saying I don't want to make the reading too long. I make like a mental note that I don't want to make it too long, but then the messages just flows and flows and flows and flows and flows. I'm getting a lot of like nature and spirit animals. See, now I'm being guided to use the spirit animal deck. Telling you. Yeah, I'm getting you're a high priestess. It's like you've been preparing for this age. You've been obtaining knowledge and wisdom and stuff like that. You've been coming back every time. I'm getting magic spells and witchcraft. You're a Wiccan, and also astrologist as well. This isn't going to be for everyone. I know some people are going to find it entertaining or interesting to watch, and some it's actually a message. So you're definitely showing appreciation for your divine helpers. They are I don't know, giving you your flowers is what I'm seeing. They appreciate you for working alongside them. I'm seeing that you've been helping them. They appreciate you for helping them. You've been doing something. Maybe you've been helping either nature or other people. You've been doing good, a lot of helping. Maybe even helping other people by, even as a messenger, as a medium, as an oracle, knowingly or unknowingly, you've been helping the community. You've been raising frequencies and vibrations. They want you to be proud of yourself. Acknowledge yourself, like pat yourself on the back. Aphrodite has definitely been sending you some life force energy. I'm also getting circle of life and the flower of life. So you're connected to you need to wear that if you haven't already. You're very magnetic. You hold the energy of love. So people, men and women, are very drawn to you because you hold the energy of love. Spiritual ancestors. Yeah, I'm definitely speaking to a medium. You help people love themselves and their shadow self, their shame, their traumas, their insecurities. You bring truth to people. You help them connect with their higher self. You help people realize things for what it really is and let go of those false negative beliefs is what I'm seeing. I'm also getting something to do with shadow. Let me just read it for you. Although no one likes to admit it, we all have our dark sides and shadows, those less than flattering facets of our personality that take delight in abusing and shaming others and wielding power in the most unfair ways. So the ego, whether it's the condescending remark to the slow-moving grocery bagger at the supermarket, the aggressive hand gesture directed towards the meandering driver on the road, or the belittling comment made to your uncooperative child. Many of us are guilty of hurting or deriding. So it's about projecting your shadow self to others, but you're someone who's been working on your shadow side, and you're helping others also become more aware of like projection and their shadow side. Your divine healers are present now to help you witness your shadow lovingly, making you aware that it's actually contempt for yourself and your vulnerability that fuels such hostility towards others. These gentle but powerful higher forces surround you in love and urge you to accept and embrace your weaker aspects rather than harshly rejecting yourself by attacking those aspects in others. Yeah, projection, attacking what you lack or what you don't like about yourself in others. Be more tolerant of yourself. If you do so, these shadows will give way to light of healing. Your divine healer's message: ask for help and accept our light. You've been doing this, is what I'm getting. You've been healing and loving your shadow self because it was insecurities, it was fear, it was repeating the cycle. But you've been healing your inner child. So I am going to end this reading with animal spirit book deck. See what comes up. What spirit animals have been around you and what are they trying to tell you? Chameleon, act as if. So I feel like the chameleon spirit animal is teaching you how to. This is funny because I started watching this morning. I didn't finish it because I had to do a reading that someone booked on my website. The link is in the description down below if you want to book a personal. But I started watching Leo. So you may be a Leo. Leo is a chameleon animation movie that's now on Netflix, and I've been waiting for it. Weirdly enough, wombat spirit, wombat, be at home. So I feel like number one, you're someone who's definitely got a business where you work from home, and number two, you're like a social chameleon, someone who is able to get along with different people and like tap into different energies and be whatever is needed for you in whatever environment. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. So you're being guided to like have trust, and there's a lot of fortune coming in as well. Mars spirit, so you're being guided to like release the energy of playing small. You're a Leo who used to play small before because of the environment that you used to be in, and you're an oracle. The giraffe talks about having something I view higher perspective seeing things from a higher sight or overview, a bigger understanding. So yeah, you're a Leo who used to play small because you were unsafe growing up in the environment that you grew up in, but now you're in a different place, so you're being guided to like come out of that energy, be yourself, experiment is what I'm hearing. Experiment, dream the world into being. The lizard spirit, lizards are coming out a lot. And seahorse spirit, watch and wait. I feel like with the seahorse spirit, I'm getting a divine counterpart, a life partner, a protector, because they mate for life, and the males carry or bear the children. The snake came out. How about it? So time to heal. You have healed, but it's time to change your perspective about healing. You've healed. An armadillo, set healthy boundaries. I'm getting you've taken back your power, because it was taken away from you at a very young age. So you grew up without having any power. Co-create with spirit. The crow spirit, time to let go. Groundhog spirit, life is a mystery. Bobcat spirit. Oh, I'm getting I don't know the name of the rare Somali cat. Life is a mystery. Feline energy. I'm also getting Bastet as well, the ancient Egyptian goddess. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. So you have a whole spirit team, you have a whole army. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. There's a lot of things that's been revealed to you. There's a lot of things that you've learned and obtained, and even though you felt like you were in darkness when you were younger, when you were vulnerable, when you were small, you were always protected, you were always healed, you were always guided. You had like a dreamy, fairy tale loving spirit about you, and they weren't in your, I mean, let me not underestimate imagination. It wasn't just imagination. I'm not saying just when I say just imagination, it feels like I'm underestimating imagination. Imagination is magic. They were in your imagination, and that was real. Let me just put it that way. One last card from this spirit animal deck, and I'm a bounce. I'm enjoying this a lot. So let's see what this last card is. Sweet results await for your hard, busy bee work. You've been working very hard. You're very royal as well. Queen bee is what I'm getting, and you got this. Your blessings are about to come in. I'm getting busk with joy is what I just heard. So enjoy the process. Don't be all hard work. It's time to enjoy what you've already obtained and what you've already worked towards, and just enjoy the process from here. I wish you love and light. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Till next time.